Okay. Okay, so hey y'all. Hey. I'm so glad y'all are here. Look at some charts together, talk about some things, learn some stuff. Um, so I wanted to start off with some good and some bad um, from last week. Just making sure y'all can hear me. Okay. All right, so to start off with the good, this was like a little sleeper. Um, Now, I have shares of Jamia, so this is something that I watch on a regular basis. And they have earnings. They had earnings on the 10th. And, last few earnings, they haven't done well. So I was actually watching this to play covered calls on it. And they did better than expected. It was a surprise. So um, I played it on Friday off of this inside bar. And y'all know how much I love inside bars. But basically, what it was the move up and the consolidation. So I was looking for it to go either way because Jamia is not always known to hold on to its gains. So, that inside bar is just, it's indecision. So it was a setup to take either direction. And as you can see, it went up. Um, I, I suggest if you have shares of a stock and it's optionable that to really learn how that stock moves because you're able to play, small ones like this for this type of move. So this was actually a question that I had received was how to play contracts like this that are cheaper in premium but don't move as much. So what you do is for this one, when I was looking for the breakup, when it broke above, I bought the $9 call. So your target here is 931, but essentially with these you're looking for a small move, so you want to get in the money as quick as possible. So I bought the $9 call and I was in the money, pretty quickly. And once that happens, you can hold on to that contract a little bit longer because you are in the money and the theta isn't eating you up as much because it's moving in your direction. So the way that looked on the 15-minute was, I was looking for the 4 hour breakup. I took it off of this 3-2 up reversal, and my stop was a little below this candle. I gave it a looser stop, and then every time it touched this and continued up, I just moved my stop up. So I essentially didn't get stopped out, and I ended up holding it all day. And when I hit the 4 hour target, I scaled out, and then I just scaled out of some, let it keep going. When it hit this high of the day, I scaled out of the rest of them, and I left one. And I actually held this one to the end of the day. Like, I almost couldn't get out of it. It's like 358. I was surprised, and I don't recommend that. But yeah, I held on to that runner because it was all profit. It was in the money. So yeah, that was a great trade. So another one that I wanted to mention was Plug. Plug also had great earnings. So this is also how I normally like to play earnings. I like to see how they do and then play it afterwards for the move. So Plug did well, and then we had that EV bill, and it's just EV has been doing well over the last few weeks. Yeah. So this two down, this would actually, I played it twice this week. I played it here and I played it here. But this is a bullish Randy Jackson. So when it did this and it fell the day of earnings, I was looking for the breakup to be that bullish Randy Jackson, and that would be my target. So played it here. Then we had some corrective activity. And then I played it again on Friday for this outside day because we were bullish, and we actually triggered the outside on the 4 hour, which is what made me go ahead and play it for the outside day. And again, I just moved my stops up all day until I got out. Actually, no, plug I got stopped out, and then I got back in. Let me see. It's here. I took this 312. I got stopped out on this 3. And then I got back in. I get back in. It's been on the 5. It was one of these reversals. I got back in and I rode it until I got stopped back out at the end of the day. So those were 2 good trades. And then we're going to talk about the bad trade. Now, this wasn't a terrible trade. It was just neglect on my part that I would love to mention, which will kind of turn into a lesson about full time frame continuity and uncoupling. Because Apple, even though Apple has been on a tear, Apple has a kind of a pattern of tearing up but coming back to this 8. Always come back and touch the 8, right? So being that we gapped up so many times, I'm thinking, we're going to come back to the 8. So I entered Apple puts on this day. And what I should have done was taken my profit that day instead of swinging them, because that was going against full time frame continuity, swinging them. I was looking for this move because it also ended as a shooter, the move for it to come down and touch the 8. But it didn't do that. As you can see, it reversed. So it was just a too early entry on that, because there was not a confirmation that we've actually switched to be able to swing puts. We're still like in buy the dip mode. So what I wanted to talk to y'all about as far as with this and how you can know that you're still in full time frame continuity or if it will switch is, understanding the uncoupling. So when we start a new month, a new week, a new day, and a new hour, we all uncouple. Now, I really advise that you go watch Ray's video for a better explanation of it, but I'm going to try my best. So basically with Apple, how it works is on August the 1st, we opened here at 160, right around 161. So we actually have not touched back on that, have we? Uh-oh. No, we haven't. Okay, so it opened here at 161. And so that was Monday, August 1st. And then that week would have been the same open because, it's the same week, it's the same month. Then you have to, you should mark your month open, your week open, your day open, and your hour open. So if you do that starting on August the 1st, that was our month open. This was our week open. So then the day open, oh wait, let me go back. This is August 1st right here. See, August 1st. So that's where the month open. The day, Tuesday, is when we uncoupled for the week, where we had a new week and a new hour. So as you can see, we opened up on a day here, but then on Wednesday we turned back around and stayed above that monthly open. So y'all feel free to ask me questions if I am not explaining this right, but that was last week. So then this week we opened here. All right. So then on the day, that would have been here. Sorry, that would have been here on Monday. And then on Tuesday, we opened here, which is still above the month open from last week. That's kind of really what I want y'all to see, is that we're still above the month open from last week on Tuesday. So we uncouple the second hour of the day on Tuesday. So the way that looks on the hourly is, this was last week. This week is Monday. Here's Tuesday. So this is the first hour of the day. This is the second hour of the day. This is where we uncouple for the month, the week, the day, and the hour. So at this point, we're still above the month. We're still green. For the week open, where is that weekly open? It's at 166. So we were here. So the week open was about here. So why am I don't know why this isn't marked. Oh, there it is. It's over there. Okay, so this is the week open. All right, so we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So at this point, swinging puts would not be ideal because the full time frame continuity is still green. So I hope that makes sense on how I kind of broke down. If you mark these and kind of leave them on your chart so that you'll kind of know, okay, I'll take this for this move, but we're still green. We have not confirmed that we're turning time frame continuity to swing puts. This also could help if, for instance, you have something that is close to switching time frame continuity. For instance, if this had went this direction and was coming towards the month open, you can see that it can switch time frame continuity and it will turn it red. So I hope that makes sense. I've been talking. I'm gonna look and see if anybody have any questions. Hey, Kim. Let's see. Okay, so I don't see any questions. I'm gonna move to the next one. If y'all have any questions about that continuity thing, I can come back. Just drop them in the study chat, and I'll come back to it. Okay, so next I had. Hold on, I wrote notes. Oh, I told you how to do that one. Okay, so I'm gonna move to JP Morgan now. So this is kind of going into Kim's question about swinging. So JP Morgan, I've been watching because of this hammer on the month. Y'all know how much I love those. And it went in force, but JP Morgan has been like acting funny and it's stuck like right here. So I really haven't been touching it. I've just kind of been watching it because even though it triggered on the month, it didn't like this range that it was in. I needed it to move. Kind of like, Rob says, we like big green and red bars, and it just wasn't given. So it finally turned up and decided to move. Oh, I hear somebody. The dark blue, yes, the dark blue is the 20. The green is the 8. And the dark blue is the 20, and the two purple are this SMA and the EMA. I mean, the 200 SMA and the 200 EMA. Hold on a second. So I'll mute this real quick. Okay. I need to change that because you like really can't see that. Make it red. Just a little quick while I have this because I mistakenly had the MAs on my chart for like the last, I don't know, honestly. And I usually use the EMAs, and I missed something by not having the 200 EMA over the the moving average. So I like to have it up there anyway, though, because it's still macro, and I still like to look macro. Okay, so back to JP Morgan. So on the month, you see that it has triggered the 2 up on the month. How you could swing this is on the day when it triggered the 2-1, 2 up. So your entry would be here, and according to Strat principles, your stop would be here. Essentially, you would swing this because you're still in time frame continuity. You're still good over 116.48. So as long as your price is still above that price, what you would do is every day you would move your stop to like the bottom of that daily candle. That's something I kind of learned from Sarah. She does that. She, watch how it moves and then move it to the bottom of each daily candle like that. So that way, if you catch a real reversal, you'll just get stopped out. You might catch a reversal, get stopped out, but then you can get back in. Like if say you had your stop here and you caught a 2 down and it came, it stopped you out, but then it was a bullish Randy Jackson, you would just get back in because here at 119.27, it's still good because you're swinging for the month. So it's still good above 116.57. So as long as it doesn't get below that price, that 116, it would have to come all the way back down here. And then it's no longer in force, so it's no longer a good swing. So sometimes, you may actually get stopped out, but as long as it's still good, you can get back in. Also, keeping in mind that if you're swinging something for the month, you want to give it time to play out. You could find some resistance here. You could, it may take some time. So if you're swinging this for the month, you want to play it for at least 2 to 3 weeks out, preferably a month. I think that if you're playing monthly swings like this, having monthly contracts help because you don't get clapped by, weekly thetas are different. So monthly thetas are a little bit safer to swing. And, you can still keep your profit by just moving your stops up on the daily candles. And you don't want to swing for the month and then get stopped out on the 15-minute. Like you shouldn't have stops on the 15-minute. It should be on the day. If you were swinging something for the quarter. Oh, hello, JP Morgan. Want to be outside quarter? I doubt it though, because, well, that's the end of September. If you were swinging something for the quarter though, you would want to give it, that much time. Quarter is 3 months time. So, if you wanted to swing this 50% rule, you would need to give it till probably a week past minimum the end of September, because the quarter is the end of September. So you want to give it time to play out. Like I've literally had, I think I was swinging BABA. It was BABA for the outside month, and it did the outside month on the last day of the month. And I think I actually had my contracts expired that day. So I made the money, but if I had like at least a week out further, I probably would have done better because the theta wouldn't have ate me up. So that's what I suggest with that. Excuse my kids in the background. All right. Let me see. Okay, so speaking of swings, I wanted to show you guys a couple of possible swing setups. I have been watching docu. It's been beat down. And, at the bottom of this downtrend, we have an inside bar and possible reversal. So on the month, this could be a swing up to the Strat target or to this EMA here, top of broadening formation. So that's docu. W is another one. I've been talking about W for a while because of this again. So this may even be a longer swing because, you can see how beat down it's been on the year, I think. Oh, it actually hasn't. It may or may not hit that target on the year, but, whoops. On the month, I like it to, if we stay bullish. It has hit this first target, so that's one thing to keep in mind, but, it does have more room to the upside. And of course, it could take just as long because this took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's been a while. So it may, but, could swing that. When was another one? But I have to see how we break out this little downtrend here on the month. It still has a little bit of room. And Delta. So again, I really like, the only thing about this is that this is a big old mother bar right here. But, sell off, consolidation, but green, and then reversal. I had Walmart on here, but I was looking at Walmart last week because it was trying to trigger the outside, but again, that was going against time frame continuity, so it actually didn't trigger. But Walmart has earnings this week, so I will be watching Walmart and Target, and I think it's Lowe's as well, to see how they do on their earnings. I am not expecting that it's going to do this again. I think hopefully a lot of people aren't either because they'll get clapped. But, it actually could, and it could go back to the upside. I'll need to do a little more research on that, but I'm definitely watching Walmart, Target, and Lowe's to see how they do. And oil. I've been watching oil since last month because of this hammer. So this is close to taking this out. It's close to taking this out and kind of see what it does if the hammer's going to go in force. It's taken a while. We're like halfway through the month and it's really not doing anything. Like, it opened here and it's here. So it's not doing much, but I'll talk about ZOM in a second. But COP 322 reversal. Beautiful hammer. And current hammer, very strong. Very, very strong. And AMD. So, I'll show y'all the lines in a minute, but AMD is still good for the outside quarter. This is the target. And so we have an inside week. Whoa. So those are your levels. We got an inside week with the, it's not really a hammer, it's more of a doji. It's green and it ended kind of strong. So, you know, these are the breaks that we were looking for. This is the target for the month because, sorry, I didn't show y'all that on the month. It's a 3-2 down, 2 up on the month. So this is the monthly target. This is actually the quarterly. Oops. Quarters. So yeah, so that's and here's the day where I marked all the levels out. Inside day, but we are right at this 200. So it'd be interesting to kind of see what we do. Shooter, counter, hammer, and then we had an inside day. So yeah, this is why I also like them, because you're ready to go either direction. You have it laid out. Then you come down to your 4 hour and you mark your levels. If it breaks here, this is my target, blah blah blah. And also, I did not draw the broadening formations because I drew levels, and I felt like if I drew levels and broadening formations, it was going to be a whole lot. So yeah, but I do always draw them. I'll draw the levels first, and then if I decide to take the trade, I'll draw my broadening from my smaller broadening formations, so that I know how it's looking on the day, the 4 hour, etc. So before I get into these, let me check Cat and Verizon for swings. Let's see. Cat was on my list, I think, for the, yep. So now I would like to say I love double inside bars only because I feel like it takes the time to iron out stuff, but it's technically not an actionable signal on the week. So if I were to play a breakout, I would definitely look for an actionable signal on the day or the 4 hour. But it's not an actionable signal where you have this 1-1 and then the target. Obviously your next target would be here, but double inside isn't actionable. However, this has a nice green candle. And we were watching Cat, I believe. When was it? Yeah, it was back here. We were watching it because we missed this. So the good thing about this is it boomed, but then now it's kind of ironed that out. So I actually do like this to keep moving. The full time frame continuity is green. Trigger for the 3, 2 down, 2 up is right here at right around 200. So the only thing I see is that some resistance there. We would have to see how it acts. Does this go in force? I'm always watching for it to go in force and possibly fail. But because, time frame continuity is green, I would expect it to go in force. And your target would be 232. Let's see. It's a $6 ATR. Could it do that in 2 weeks? Y'all can't math right now. It's 10 times 6. $30. It could. It could for sure. How are we looking on the quarter? Okay. So the trigger for the outside quarter would be 207. Okay, so this was a failed 2 down. So this hasn't triggered because it's not green. Because normally this would say standby, failed 2 down. So this could actually honestly outside year if it keeps moving. because draw from here to there. So 50% is 213.18. So how you could actually play this, because this is a year's time frame. 213.18. 237. Is you could play this and actually keep rolling it over. So we know the outside quarter is 206, 213 is the outside year. And so we would really want it to break 200. I think that would be the strongest resistance right here. Once it breaks this 200, then it should go because we have the time frame continuity there. So your first target on the month would be this 232. On the week, I still would want to see it, break above here. It'd be 209, which would trigger the quarterly. And then here's this gap at 214, which would trigger the yearly. So this actually looks really good. What I really would like to see is it to break this 200 and like hold, because it hasn't done that since it broke under. Broke above, and then, yeah. And then intra, let's see. It's not really an actionable signal here. We do have a gap there. So with this, I would definitely wait for some corrective activity first. So we don't have an actionable signal. So some corrective activity, then solid movement, or, if you wanted to play this intraday, you could do that. But as a swing, yeah, I would wait for some corrective activity and then enter. But I would need it to hold above 200. So I would actually watch this. That's also one thing with swings. I watch them sometimes before I enter because I don't mind not being the first person in it. So drawing where it's at on the week. That's that same resistance at 200. So yeah, I would like to see it break out of this broadening formation. It may even try to, do something like that. But at least we do know that there's a gap here that most likely it will go for. I really like this for a swing. What was the other one? Verizon. Verizon actually has a ton of volume. That's why I have this charted out like this. Because I saw that at the top of the volume list. And at first I was looking at it on the day. But then this hammer on the week caught my attention. So if it decides to move, Verizon can be a slow mover. Sometimes it doesn't want to move, like Pfizer. Pfizer and Verizon are like similar to me in that sense. But this hammer on the week caught my attention. So of course I charted it for the levels for that. And then the day, it was an inside day. So it must have been a 4 hour too. I have that charted. Oh no, I just charted the levels on that. Now, time frame continuity on this. It's a little. So on the month, let's look at that, y'all. Because I charted it and I didn't look at it like this on the time frame continuity. We opened here, 46.29. So that's why we are red on the month. On the week, last week we opened here. Oh, duh. This week, last week, 2 weeks ago we opened here. Last week we opened here. Okay, it's 44.97. Okay, so that may be tricky. Because this could... Let's see how far this can go. See, we had some support here. But it's not to say that this can't drop further. Big old M. It's 212 on the year. We hit the first target. We do have another target we could hit. So 3, 2. Touch that. So yeah, this could actually go either way. Where it is on the month is kind of a funky place. It's in between these two. On the month it would have to break this 44. Yeah, I'm not sure about swinging this. Because I know when I was looking at it, it was for a day trade. That's why I had the 4 hours and stuff marked. But as a swing, unless it... No, because wait. See, if you swing this green, kind of... yeah, I think that's a little iffy. I like it better for a day trade until it breaks and we get some full time frame continuity to see, like, because it could actually two up here, and then if it decides to keep going, it can turn it completely green. But then it could also, you know, two down continuation and turn this back red. Since on the short term, on the short term it's green, but overall it's red. Okay, let me see. Okay, she said DBX for a swing. Okay. DBX on the year. I have never played this, so first of all, this is Dropbox. Oh, it's Dropbox. Okay, so let's see. We failed here. We are on standby for the outside year over 27.28. We have triggered a reversal on the quarter. With a target of 25.85. Only $1, but This looks like some corrective activity in the reversal. We'd have to see. Let's see on the month. We got a 2-1-2 up on the month. We've hit 1-2 targets. Broad information, it could go a little more. So your next target after that, well, it's 25.79, yes. And then this mother bar. Okay, so our 8 crossed our 20. The price has crossed the 200. I am talking out loud, y'all, while I'm looking at the chart. I like Dropbox. I do. This is kind of what I look for in a bullish play to swing, is for, at least on the day, the price to cross the 200. The EMAs to cross the 200. But one other thing I look for is for it to cross and then kind of find some support and then keep going. So this one out, it looks, I just would wait for it to iron out this move right here. I wonder if we put on, no, not those, the posty pivots. Bear with this for a second, y'all. No, it's not the posty pivots. That's the wrong thing. That's not what I'm supposed to put on. I don't use this often, actually, y'all, but I do turn it on sometimes because it helps with stuff like this. Well, there is no fair value gap on that, though. Is it showing? Oh, yeah, it's showing. So I guess there is no gap there, but there's still, visually a gap here. So, yeah, I would just like to see it do a little corrective activity, and then I like this for a swing. I do. We broke out this little downtrend right here. So, yeah, I can see it to at least the top of this broadening formation. It would need time, because as you saw, with possible outside year has not triggered yet, but the quarter did trigger. Oh, there's a fair value gap right there. Hey. So there is one to the upside. Yeah, there's some to the upside over here. So, yep, we broke out of this downtrend. EMA is starting to cross. It looks good. It looks good. Some honorable mentions I just wanted to talk about was Pfizer. It's a hammer on the week. So, for y'all to see. A couple inside weeks. Square. It's a doji, but Square has been beat down. I wrote like most of this down. I guess I stopped like right here, so I didn't catch like all of this, but I'm determined to catch whenever it decides to go back up. It's already hit its monthly target, but if we could stay bullish, these are the next levels for it. It breaking above here would be good because it's above this 8 on the week. So targeting these levels or the next top of the next broadening formation. SoFi, a cheapie, inside week, but there's a fair value gap here. So whichever it decides to do, if it breaks to the upside, it being above this 8 is good. So, catch the moves, catch the small moves. Like I was saying in the beginning about how to, buy the cheapies like right at the money or in the money and then just catch the move. These would be the levels. It's a hammer on the day, so, break above. This is a 44-cent move. That's really all you need. And there's a gap below, so. And then last, I just wanted to talk about ZOM. ZOM may be able to turn this green. So this is where the month opened. Oh, it's this line, not the yellow. It's this line. So this is where the month opened at 94.80, and as you can see, we're like right there. So going above 94.80 would turn our time frame continuity fully green. So we got an inside bar here on the week. Breaking above here, you would just want to see it stay above this month open. You would want to keep this on your chart to see that it's turning green. And it's the same as like CVX. It has a hammer on the month. So, it may try to do the 2 up, 2 down, 2 up. Hammer and force. And this could be a swing as long as the hammer stays in force above 97.55. So you would be swinging it to 105.60. See, that's ZOM. In 2 weeks, it could do it. Oil has crazy moves sometimes, so. But at least you have your targets, even if it doesn't make that. You have this month target where we might find some resistance. This is the next weekly target. So on and so forth on your day. Oh my goodness, I have been talking for almost an hour. Y'all, I get to rambling. You're welcome, Shay. All right, y'all, my folks, where y'all at? Vigo, Kiki.
I'm here. I am not a swing trader. I'm a day trader.
Right. So it's your turn because I did my whole swing presentation. So.
Got a few. Kind of strapped the time. I got a few. I'm looking at PayPal for puts possibly. You can pull that out for me.
Okay.
So the way that I trade off the EMAs, of course the Strat, but mainly I love to utilize the EMAs as points of resistance and support. So I'm going to be talking for a week. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
So we're green on the month. It's up on the month. Green on the quarter. Is it an inside week? I can't tell. You pull up the weekly. See if it's an inside week.
Oh, barely. It's like a barely 2 up. Barely. But it's a hammer.
2 up on the... Alright, 2 up on the week. And... or the day, I believe it's an inside day.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay.
So for me... you're not really supposed to trade against time frame continuity, but for me, I'm looking for it to break above 102 and hold. If it can't break above, because it's tried to break this level at least 4 times. If you look back, way back, it's tried to break like 102 a couple of times. If you look on the 4-hour.
On the 4-hour.
You can see it probably better.
1, 2. You talking about back here?
All the way back.
Oh, all the way back.
Way back. Yeah, just way back. But I'm
okay.
looking for it to reject a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Catch a little pullback before it continues higher. So I'm eyeing it for puts. All calls either way. Post level was later on, but it's interesting. The RSI is high on the 4 hour as well as the day, so I'm expecting a little pullback, and I want to capitalize on that before it goes higher. So that's one of them I had. You guys already talked about cat.
Yes, we did talk about cat.
That's also on the list. I'm also looking at Netflix for the gap fill finally. It's been trying to fill that gap for a minute.
Oh, the gap on the upside, right?
Yeah, so it could fill that gap, definitely pay pretty well. But only because of that, like, that's the only reason why I like Netflix.
Right. Oh, and it's an inside day.
Inside day, green on the week, green on the month, green on the quarter. So the market is definitely green. There's no reason why it shouldn't fill that gap.
Right.
The only reason why I would think maybe because it's overbought at the moment, so it might need to cool down a bit before continuing higher.
Here.
What else I got?
Yeah, man.
Hold on a second.
Shoulder. Is this a head? No, not really.
You're good at more like patterns and stuff than me, so.
Kind of. I mean, it's a little lopsided, but this kind of sort of is a shoulder, head, shoulder. Kind of if you like turn your head to the side. I don't know. I'm actually looking at the broadening formation here and seeing it's kind of it is at a little bit of a resistance. It took these folks out right here. So, but yeah, I don't see any reason for it to not keep going. The time frame continuity is green. Yeah.
Also, too, I'm gonna get all my tickers.
Okay.
So, I like Dash as well for puts. It's an interesting spot.
Oh, it is.
It's very interesting. So, you're gonna set a trade off the EMA. So, if you look, you have to like zoom in really close. You can see the EMAs crossing, and price action is below the EMAs. And also, a trade with the 50, and price action is below the 50 SMA. So I'm looking forward to hold below that on the 4 hour time frame. And if it can, then it could possibly take out, probably go down to like 74 or even 70 for the week, depending on the market. We got 2 up, 2 down on a day. Inside week. And we kind of had a little bit of a resistance on a month. So I go mute for a little bit and pull my steps back.
I like this. I definitely like this. It is in an interesting spot. Actually, I don't like that.
Right, so it can be playing both ways. You break down, you can go respect to get good performance. I would love it if it was able. So, I don't know. Yep.
Yeah, I like this. I like it even better on a 4 hour just because kind of this M and this shooter, and it definitely looks like they're about to cross. So, and the break is kind of close together. So, the week is red. Where did it open that on the month? 68. So 68 is where it would need to get to turn this. But I guess that's, swing purposes. But inside week, okay. Yeah, I like Dash.
On the week is 81, so I'll be waiting to see if it could push 81 first before I jump into points. And if you can't, then I already know, like, below 74, it's going to 70. It might be a good swing. I'm not a swing trader, but it might be definitely a great swing. But definitely wait to see what it does.
Right, because it's kind of stuck in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
remind
an
me in an
interesting
hour.
spot.
It's touched here. Yeah, I mean, if it wants to even expand this on the week, it's definitely in an interesting spot. I like this. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch more, but I'm gonna let Fido go and talk a little bit.
Okay, let me see if we have any other questions. I feel like I forgot something. Give me 1 second. Okay, we talked about swings. We talked about the uncoupling. Talked about a few plays. Yep, I think that is it, y'all. Unless y'all have any questions, you can type them in the chat or feel free to unmute.
What's on McDonald's list?
Oh, McDonald's. Oh, I had already. Huh. Well, McDonald's is interesting. You know, it's got a hammer now. You looking at this for puts?
Yeah, you know me.
I know. So let's see. The month is red. Oh, that's tight.
I think resistance is at 268, but it hasn't been able to really get there. Also, another resistance is. I think that's 257 or 258 is another resistance. Or support.
So let's see. I
Um,
think if it can break 260, yeah, because that would turn the that would help this time frame continuity turn red.
Yeah, inside day and the MACD crossing down a little bit. If I give it might cross down. But yeah, the inside day with the MACD cross. So I'm looking at that for potential put plays. Also on the forward too is kind of interesting. It's kind of like
I don't know, sis.
Sideways a little bit.
Yeah, but on the 4 hour, this look like it wants to cross up.
Yes, because it's kind of like in conflict.
Yeah. Yeah, because I do like where it is, though, yeah. And then inside day, so. Oh, look at that W. Hey, W.
I think like maybe instead of A7, Monday, Tuesday. Probably by like Tuesday, Wednesday, should be like a clear idea about what it's gonna do.
Right, by the time we uncouple on Tuesday. Because, yeah, if it did 2-1-2 down, that definitely could turn this. So, yeah, I see how it's at a place where you wonder which way it could go. Oh, my gosh, my children are screaming in the background. Hold on. Hey, quiet! My bad. Okay, oh, I think that's it. They made me lose my train of thought. Yeah, so, yeah, I like McDonald's. I do. I like where it's at. I have to see what it does, so. Yeah. Probably gonna say he's still driving, so. I guess that's it. We're at an hour. Okay, y'all wait. We're at an hour, so I guess we can end it here if nobody has any questions. But yeah, I put in the study time chat like what time is good for y'all next week. We're gonna try to do it on Saturday instead, cause I forgot it's football season, so I know how folks are, and they want to be like maybe grilling right now or whatever. I know it's a game on, so yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for coming.
If you guys have any questions, post it in the chat. I'll put links all the time. So, any
Yes.
questions, just say I'll answer your questions.
Yep, we sure
And
will.
enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm
Yes.
gonna try to later.
Later. Bye, y'all.